What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of the Great Splat Hunt. So I think I let people get comfortable. I went and got a snack in between episodes, and I was like, munchy, munchy, crunchy, crunchy, delicious, delicious, lunchy, lunchy. And I think it means that most people are no longer looking for me. I posted a server notice that said, he hunts again. And so hopefully people will know I'm here. For right now, what we need to do is, I know there's a bunch of people gearing up with steel right now because they're talking rather loudly about it. And so that means that I also need to gear up with steel. Otherwise, my ass is going to be on blast the next time that they show up. And so I can't let that pass. Obviously, I got to work fast and make sure that I collect steel en masse. And so there, oh, how many more times can I rhyme? There's a lot more that I could have done with that one. Apparently, the ASS sound, ass, pass, past, whatever, it's got a lot of opportunities right there. A lot of opportunities, and I think I will take them. Some dirt over here. Who's that right there? What does he have? If all the oil nodes are gone, we'll know that he's had the oil. Are the oil... Oh, there's actually somebody propped up in here. Let's go have a look, shall we? Oh, he's on lookout right there. If he wants to come and fight, he's more than welcome to do so. I'm not going to come after him for right now. However, I am hoping that I can get my hands on some oil before we go much further. Hopefully he doesn't shout out my location. If he does, then oh well, I guess that means the next fight is up. Somebody else is king right now. Somebody actually took the throne from behind my back. So I'll have to deal with that in a little bit. We'll go back up there and get it maybe, I don't know, after this episode possibly. Oh good, the oil nodes are still here. That's all that I care about. I just want to be able to get my hands on maybe 40 or 50 steel so that I can make 2 or 3 suits of steel plate mail. The weapons don't really matter that much because honestly the entire game, combat is about who can land the most hits, not who's got the best armor in most cases. As long as you've got something iron, you're pretty much good. It takes you all of about 35 minutes to get to the iron level. It's building a base that nobody's going to mess with. That's the hard part. I do think that we've pretty much done the right thing by using the windows. I'm really stoked about the fact that our entire base has 9,000 health. That's going to make it a giant pain in the dick in order to destroy us. I think that's going to be... So for 9,000, it's going to take quite a few shots. I mean, you get 1,500, so with 5, you're already at 7,500. So it takes 6 shots, so it's going to take 6 stone to break down 1 section. And obviously, somebody just hangs out over there and bombards for a while. They're going to get it. But I don't know why does oil factor in this game as like a steel component? Wouldn't you just use a lot of coal and then you just heat it a whole lot? I figured that's always how you did it, is that you just used a crucible like we already have up in our house, and you just stoked it up with coal so that the temperature gets nice and hot and all the impurities fall on out of it, and then from there you're good to go. Although I've heard that steel is actually, I'm pretty sure steel is not actually that strong. Like I'm pretty sure on the Mohs hardness scale, like a steel nail is only like 4 or 5 hardness. It's not that high compared to things like corundum and diamond and, you know, stuff like that that are way higher up on the list. Still, I don't know where I was going with that diatribe. I had a way that I was going, oh yeah, steel. Its tensile strength is, I think, the good thing about steel. I think it's able to take a lot of stress and it's able to, you know, stretch properly, which is why they always actually, its real use is for cabling, which is what they use it for a lot of the time. You can actually make yourself some nice wound cable, and it should work out pretty well. We got a lot of murder in the previous episode, like seriously. How many people did? Somebody's gonna have to do a head count for me right here, a literal head count, because we beheaded and destroyed a lot of people. I'm gonna try and get my berry supply back up right here, so that I could pick these up. I mean, I could have picked them up either way, but our giant tomato-sized berries, it'll make my life easier if I can grab these, and then we'll get some steel from back up in here. Once we get the steel, we'll go back to our base. Once we're back at our base, we'll make the steel, turn it into armor and weapons, because I'd like to have the steel claymore again. I really like the steel claymore, if nothing else for the reach. A flying pickaxe. Shouldn't be a flying pickaxe. I'm the only admin on the server. That'd be weird. Maybe somebody just left it. Every now and again, somebody leaves a pickaxe floating in the air when you're running around. I don't know specifically what causes the bug, but there is some random bug that I've seen around. Where is this steel? There's got to be some oil nodes over here somewhere. I know that if you walk the outside of this, and if you need water, you can actually just point at the ground and gather it, just in case you were trying to make those nice stone slabs or whatever, so you can have a more awesome base. I figure, what's that over there? There we go. I think I see it. Oh, they've actually already been mined. Alright, well, let's go up in here. We're going to raid this guy. I'm not going to steal out of his base if I kill him. But I am. It's Kara Swallow. Yeah, waving doesn't help with murderers. I don't think it's going to assist very much. Please don't. Dun 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 dun. Murder! 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 Ah! I came to your house. Ooh, got the block. Yep, swing low, sweet chariots. That's how I fight in combat. if you can get him crippled, you should be magical. Ooh, that 20% right there. I think he's trying to bait me into going to the castle. I think he's got lag or something. I don't know what's going on. Ooh, and you've been destroyed. Leaving your stuff, Kara. Muhahaha. I am obligated to slay all who fall beneath mine eyes. It was a pointless murder. It didn't accomplish anything. It really did nothing. It's a dead guy next to a dead guy. What's going on over here? What's going to happen? Why am I looking? I'm looking. What am I looking at? Can I see what? I don't see anything. Are you going to jump me again? Are you trying to be like, hey, what's that over there? And then sucker punch me? Oh, yeah, the dancing. I forgot about the dancing. I can dance too. We can break it down like so. Although he's doing some kind of like, it's sort of like doing the twist, but not quite. I can't see it. I guess it must be for, it's got to be client side only then. And so there's that right there. Let's bounce on out of here, and I'm going to see what we can take care of. We got a 20% tax up and in here. I think he's trying to bait me to the castle to go fight with him so that the tax will be lower. I don't know if I'm going to, but I probably should. I probably should usurp it. I'm way the hell off, though, so it's going to be a long-ass walk to get over there. I figure maybe, are the oil nodes back up yet? That was not a good take on oil. I need way, way more. We got a 20% tax going, though. I'm glad I mined that out before anything else went wrong. That's going to be enough for 20 bars, which should be enough to get us part of the way in on some of our supplies. I don't know. Is this a berry bush right here? It kind of looks like a berry bush, but unfortunately, it's not doing it. Are there any other oil nodes in the game except for the ones that are like right here? These are the only ones that I've ever found. If they're around anywhere, I'd love to have it. Actually, I think one respawned right over there. I think I see it sticking up. Yup. This is a stick up. Everybody get face down. Ren gagged the mouse so they can't say a sound. I'm a big Eazy-E fan. Although as I've gotten older, the lyrics have become more abrasive. It's one of those things like where you're 15, you bump it hella loud, and then once you get older, you're like, I'm gonna roll the windows up real quick. People are gonna think I'm an asshole. I just like the beat. I just like the beat. Oh, man. I'm excited about it. Have you guys seen the NWA movie that's coming out? I'm really excited about it. Having, like, grown up during that time period. I wasn't into rap back then, though. I was into heavy metal. Now I like rap quite a bit, and I listen to it a lot, although I stay away from a lot. I've got, like, a gangster rap. See, my Pandora, I like everything. So I've got, like, a musicals channel on my Pandora. I got a gangster rap channel. I got, like, a intellectual rap channel where it's people, like, it's essentially just poetry. I've got like a heavy metal station that's all European heavy metal, like Sonata Arctica, and Fintroll, and Hammerfall, and Sabaton, and all that kind of stuff, Rhapsody, and all those bands. There's many, many more, Falconer, and all of those. And then I've got another one that's pop punk and ska, which is all Blink-182, like Real Big Fish, Catch-22, and stuff like that. I've got a lot of stations. I love all music. Like, seriously, I can find something to like about just about anything, except for maybe, like, I don't know, country. I think country's the one standalone that it's just like, it all sounds the same. Like, country legitimately. I'm not the kind of person that ever makes that accusation, but every country bass line is just boom, 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 boom. And then, like, I don't know, the entire musical genre is just so pandering. I think that's the problem with it. I think that's why I can't get into country. It just panders way too much. Far, far too much pandering. And I like pandas as much as the next guy, but there's just sometimes too much is too much. I think we should have enough oil right now to get ourselves settled with quite a bit of steel, although I think I put all of my iron up in the furnace, so this may not go as smoothly as I was hoping it would still. We'll give it a try in just a second. I'd highly recommend making your entire base out of arrow slots. I mean, it's going to speed up the process now that they've nerfed your ability to make a base properly. I could get into that base, and if you give me like 45 seconds, and I'd be inside that base with a heavy weapon, especially if you've got the King's Sword. If you got the King's Sword, you could whack your way inside of there probably in under 2.5 minutes, maybe. Just like pin something down on the mouse and just stab over and over again. You get through it pretty fast. Basically, you want to get as far away from wooden materials as you can as early as possible. I don't know if I want to go back up and reclaim the crown. It's hard to maintain. That's the thing with the crown, is that, like, the biggest problem with the crown as it sits right now is that, like, you can't leave that area up there once you get the crown. You just have to hang out up there and camp it, essentially, or block it off with walls and things of that nature, which is not going to make you super, like, admin approved on most servers. I think most servers have a rule about blocking off the bridge or something like that, but that seems to be the point. I don't know. You go mano-a-mano against the rest of the server if you set the taxes high enough and you get a stone wall up in there. I bet everybody else would join forces against you pretty quickly. They would join their forces together for an especially powerful force push or force lightning. I figure I'm going to walk back to base right now. I'm going to make a cut right here. We're about 10 minutes into the episode, so we got plenty of time left. I'm going to get the steel going because I don't want to have too much boring stuff in an episode. It's always a weird thing that you have to balance when you do YouTubery. Hopefully we don't get too many fights on the way back. I'm going to walk through the broad, wide open. Oh, we got a guy over there. I wonder if I should murder him. I'm considering it strongly. I'm considering it strongly. My brain is starting to hurt. I'm feeling the wheels turn. I know that there's thoughts being processed. Thoughts of murder. Let us go and we shall destroy this pleb. Destroying the pleb. I don't know if I could get him before. I don't know. My murderous rage has grown tiresome. My murderous rage has grown tiresome. He's bleeding all over the place. Why are you bleeding all over the place? Did you murder a chicken right here or something? Huh. I don't know what to say about that right now. I don't know what to say about that. Who is this? Who is this? Oh, that's Kara. I already got Kara. I feel guilty. I done killed Kara about 1,000 times right now. Kara's worst crime is that Kara seems to be caught in the wrong place at the wrong time constantly. Every single place that I go, Kara's there, and I'm like, well, I did say kill on sight murder for this event. However, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to give Kara a pass because we have a lot of Kara kills under our belt right now. So there it is. If this was old school BC rating, we would be a guild of no repute because we had cleared Kara. So there it is. I love Karazhan. Karazhan to this day remains my favorite instance ever designed in a video game. Loved Kara. It wasn't difficult, but it was fun and it was interesting and it was unique, which is what I always liked about it. It was so much more than just like your average raid dungeon, where it's just like there's mob, pull mob, kill mob. It actually had like a theme and it had like all kinds of crazy like hallucinogenic like Alice in Wonderland type stuff going on. Really, really enjoyed that place quite a bit. I used to run it for fun, even though I didn't need any of the gear and I had over-tiered it and I had stuff that was way better. Like I used to run other people through there just because I enjoyed doing it so much. To use the king's sword to cut wood. My God. A lot of things get cut around here, but none of it's wood. Most of it happens to happen right after I eat a meal, too. So there it is. Let's get some of this right here. Yep. I need to make steel gear too. I'm thinking that if I can make a steel hatchet and a steel pickaxe, it'll make our gathering process a little bit easier. This will just be a chill out episode. The last couple have all been a little bit hectic and I've been murdering people and running around getting into trouble. So I figure I'll leave it alone for right now and we'll just have like a peaceful episode. I'm going to farm out some of this stone. I'm going to farm out some of the iron up the hill. If I get myself into a fight, I'll try and cut in the camera. I'll try and do some post commentary on it if it indeed happens. I don't know if that's the way that it's going to play out. I don't see anybody up the hill right now. So we need iron, we need stone, and I'll see you in just a second when we get back to working on our base, alright? Alright, well, we're back in base right now. We got a couple minutes left, and I'm trying to decide how I want to expand all this out. I think that I probably want to make myself a better crest, so that's what I'm going to do first. Let's take a look at the various crests that we can craft for right now. It looks like we only have the leather one up here, but maybe it's over at this crafting table then? We could do this one more time with 5 leather hides and 8 iron ingots. We have that stuff. So let's get up in here. I think it needs wood, it needs a couple of hides, and then this should be pretty much done right here. And so there it is, 55 stone actually, so it's not that bad. Let's throw everything back up in here that we're not going to need for right now. We have a pretty good pretty good haul of gear right now. We've actually got the materials that we're going to need in order to buff up the next part of our base as well. So I'm hoping that along the way we'll be able to... Where was my other stack of stone at, or did I already use that? I may have already used the other stack of stone. That's unfortunate. It's a little bit of a downer, but it's okay. It's something that I can work around for right now. I wanted to get a couple of these all nice and ready and built up, but first let's make all of our random steel compounds because we're going to need that. So let's go resources. If you're ever looking for it, it's down here. Oh, it's not there anymore. Maybe you make it at the anvil then. Seems possible. It's in the middle of upgrading right now. Dirtface Porch Dick is once again king. He seems to be very, very persistent about getting himself elected, and so I can respect that. If it's the thing that you're into, if you really want to be elected, then you know what? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. What does this do by comparison? It does 8 versus 9. See, I like the flanged mace better. I feel like the flanged mace is a better all-purpose ass kicker. I'll throw my rocks in there for a second. This is ready to go. Maybe this is where I make it at. Yay or nay. There it is. And so that requires charcoal as well. I think I have a pretty good stock of charcoal right now. Maybe 329 of it. Charcoal can be a bit of a time sink, unfortunately, and so you gotta do what you gotta do to get your hands on it, but it takes forever. So usually what I try and do anyways is I have like a charcoal factory. I just log off a lot, and I just leave that, and that was a little bit of a pun because I'm stocking this thing up with logs. But still, I try to chill for a little bit and get this thing up and running again. It's raining. I can clear the weather out if people want me to, but I don't think they do right now. They seem to be pretty elated by the fact that it's raining. I could also unpause time. If I could unpause time. There we go. So that'll take 5 minutes to get all those compounds done, but I think it's a pretty good use of the resources that we have in front of us so that we can make ourselves a steel crest, which I do think is probably the best thing that we could go for next. This will give us a very, very large area of influence, and I'll probably place it out against the wall behind us. The reason being is if I place it on this wall right here, there's wasted space going up the side of the mountain right there. And so, let me answer his question. There we go, since this morning. And so we'll move up in here. There it is. Oh yeah, it is a little bit weathery outside, isn't it? It's looking a little bit darker than normal. I like how you can see the crows up on top of the building from way the hell over here. It's just like one of those random little things that I think that the draw distance may have... well... That guy right there, I don't know what he's up to or what he's thinking about doing, but I'm going to hope that he does not go through with it, whatever it might be, because I need to expand my house a little bit, and that's what I want to do next. And so in order to expand my house, I need to make sort of like another little sectional over here. We'll put that on that side. Hey, doors are weird in this game. If you can't get a hold on some doors, I got like no sticks on me right now. Let's see. We'll go... I can't really converse with people right now because I'm in the middle of an episode. Let's go with... We'll throw that back in there. Okay, so that's been organized. The compounds should be back on the left, and those should be ready to go in just a minute. I'll take the sticks on that side. Throw the flax in there. These are what I needed. That was the big kahuna. The giant tuna that I was trying to reel in for this part of our playthrough. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this on the side such that it goes out into the water because we've already got our claimed space, so I see no reason not to do it that way. I think that if I take this out like so, I could actually make myself a really cool little dockside area where we could hang out for a little bit and also store stuff, maybe have like a fireplace and some other goodies in there. And I think it'll work out pretty well. I'm excited. I love building stuff in this game. I don't know. I've always been a builder. Like, I had entire worlds. Like, what I used to do is I used to be a really, really bad insomniac. Like, I used to never sleep, like, at all. Like, essentially, I spent about 2 years when I was in college just not sleeping because I was stressed out from my coursework, my thesis, and all that kind of shit. And so, I couldn't sleep. I had a horrible time sleeping, and so I would just play Minecraft. That's like what I remember about Minecraft, is that Minecraft reminds me of my insomnia, my inability to sleep every time I play it, because it was a relaxing game that allowed you to like stay up for a while and not have to worry about anything going on, while simultaneously you could like accomplish cool stuff in it. And I remember my Minecraft world had all kinds of stuff. I had built like 4 or 5 cities, and this was back before they had put in villagers or anything like that. I had built a whole bunch of cities. I had just like put in all this random stuff. Just like I had like dwarf caverns and all kinds of things that I had built, and I was always going to open it up. My plan was to do a YouTube series on it, actually, and just sort of take people on a tour through the world that I had built over the course of like 2 years, but then eventually it got wiped, I think. My account got hacked too, so I don't even have Minecraft anymore. Somebody hacked my account somehow. I guess they must have just brute forced it or something. I don't know. I've never used that login like anywhere, so I didn't play the game for like a year and a half, and the next time I tried to log in, they said I had to merge with some Mojang account or something like that. And then it kept saying the password was wrong, and I just got frustrated with it after emailing them like 5 times and trying to figure out how to get my game fixed. So I just quit after that. I just quit because that's exactly the sort of person that I am. On this side, we got a little bit more space. I want to make sure that I don't do this too aggressively so that somebody can't place a crest in right here and steal my land from me, but I wanted to make like a little porch out here and maybe even like a little dock so that we can go out on the water and just like fish or hang out for a bit. I'm hoping that they add a little bit more PvE to the game, like fishing and sort of trapping and things like that you can do with your time. Something that takes a little bit more time to accomplish, a la maybe like Unreal Worlds. Something to basically just like kill time for a little bit when you're trying to find something to do. I don't know what I should do with some of this. Part of me wants to go like this, and if you put these little protrusions on the side of your base, it can stop trebuchet shots. Like, it'll make it harder for them to destroy your base because they got to get through these nasty little lumps right here first. But it depends if you want your base to look like that or not. Then the next thing you can do is you can go out to there, and then you remove it, and so you create kind of like a grid around your house. I think I saw Dre doing this, and I've seen other people on other servers do it before. It essentially creates a grid so that it's a giant pain in the ass to destroy your house. It makes it such that, you know, if you want to get in, you got to really, really want to get in here. And then you just continue that pattern out as far as you want to take it. And once the grid's all in, I'll probably just leave it like this for a little bit so that if people want to get it slightly studded, it'll take them a tiny bit of work. But you know what? I think that's good for now. How are we looking on the steel in here so that we can get our arsenal going and also our crest? How are we looking right now? We got 305 done. That sounds fantastic. So I need to get that smelted as well, which is going to take a while. But hell, we can't go any further until we do it. I guess I'll just let that lie. That's all that I can do is I'm going to try and get the crest started. It probably won't be done by the end of this episode. I don't even know what the materials are that go into making the crest, but I assume it's probably fairly considerable. You probably need a lot of good stuff like diamonds and stuff like that in order to get it up and working. Takes 60 steel ingots and 100 flax. What does that take? Because I have 100 iron. I just need a little bit more space, not a ton. And I've only got the stuff right now for 33 steel, which I would much rather dedicate to our military expansion. So maybe I'll just go for the iron. Since I have so much of it, I've robbed so many people at this point that I've just got like loads and loads of iron laying around. Might be a better plan. And then we'll take the flax as well. Baby steps. We'll take baby steps for right now. They will be stomping very, very unagile, undexterous baby steps. And so there it is. That'll take us 100 flax. That'll take us 60 iron ingots. So that put a pretty big dent in our supplies, but it should allow us to extend our walls a little bit further. Get some extra iron right there. And so I don't think it's too much of a problem. Well, I don't know if I just want to dedicate to making steel right now. Yeah, let's just dedicate to making steel. I'm not going to make any more iron bars for a little bit. Fighting people and stealing their stuff definitely seems to be the more efficient way to get stuff done in this game. You come back to base with a whole bunch of goodies in your inventory ready to roll. Looks like I'm out of space on this side. I'm going to get rid of the sticks, though. Let's put the flax in there. I don't want to carry around that much flax. That's a pain in the ass to get that much flax, and we're going to need it for our siege engine, so... There it is. I'm going to say that for right now, the final ruling on this is that there is going to be PvP. I'll put the rules up on the Facebook, so if you're interested in grabbing those and the server information, it will be up on Facebook. Let me drop this on in, because I think we've got a chance to make this look really, really nice. I don't know where I want to put it, but I'd like to box it in somehow. Like if I put it back behind that right there, that's not a terrible plan. It looks like you can somewhat glitch it through certain walls, and obviously I want to encompass this with, you know, as much stone as possible, so that if somebody tries to come in and steal from me, it doesn't work out so great. I don't know. Maybe I'll place it off camera, but for right now, I'll put it in right there. It's going to take a while for that to claim anyways, so we'll let it hang out. I don't know exactly what our radius is going to be after this, but it should give us a little bit more space to build because we're just about outside of our own jurisdiction right now. And so there it is. He slew a moose. I don't think I've ever killed a moose in this game. I don't think that's something that I've ever like fully accomplished. So what I could do right now, what do we have remaining? Because I know I retrofit this entire thing, so I got to have a lot of random stuff around. What I could do is I could get started with some doors and things like that. Do I have any stone left? I got to have a little bit of stone, right? Okay, so there's some stone. Take the iron back in so that I can make random doors to get around inside of our base. Down at the bottom with the doors, there it is. We can make ourselves a wooden door. Oh, I guess you can only do that through the workshop over here. Alright, well, we're going to make iron doors as always. The reason being is that these are indestructible in the game right now. And so essentially it's a massive just like rock block for anybody that wants to come through. It creates a major problem for them. One that will be frustrating. And so I figure we'll probably put in, I don't know where the door should go. I tend to build upwards just personally. That tends to be, oh yeah, we don't have claim over the area, so we can't do that at all just yet. I do want to make some stairs, and so I would consider making a couple things of wood stairs so that we can get roof access, because I do want to build upwards, and I do want this base to become fairly expansive. It's going to be a while before our next wipe if I can help it. I don't want to, I don't know, the developers wipe things every now and again, and it is frustrating when it happens. I don't enjoy it at all, but I don't want log stairs. I want the badass stairs. The ones that actually, well, none of these actually look like I guess I'll go with the log ones, never mind. You have convinced me, and so there it is. They take a ton now. Like, look how much that takes right there, almost 40 per. Yeah, it takes, no, it takes 80 per now. Like, oh my god, it takes so much to build all these random little things nowadays. They definitely nerf things. They nerf things hard, too. No dams given. Not a single one. That should make all the beavers in the audience very, very upset. And so this should allow me to take stairs up to the roof right there. And then once everything else is in play, this will be our stairwell to go up. You put that on the front of the building, so if they accidentally wipe out this wall, half the time they'll kill your stairs as well, just on accident. And if they kill your stairs, they can't get up to the top properly. It just makes their life more difficult. They've got to destroy your crest, and so there it is. Pretty happy with everything right now. Not like stupidly happy, but happy enough. I'll actually probably just go normal stone on these right here. I can't move any blocks around, but I can place them, so there it is, I guess. I like our base. I think that this one's going to be a really, really fun one to build out there. I've got a lot of farming to do, so I'll try and get that done tonight so that we don't have to do it on camera. There are a lot of things that I need in order to make the playthrough go more smoothly, but for right now, I'm really, really happy with the way things that panned out in this series, so I think that what I'll do for right now is I'm going to break off my playthrough. I think I'm going to stop, not the entire playthrough, but you know what I mean. I'm going to break off the episode right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Reign of Kings. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Take care out there, everybody. As always, hi do. I'm going to start fiddling with some of this stuff over here. I'll keep you all appraised as to how successful I am with all of these building projects. I can't promise that they're going to look good or that they're going to play well with others, but I'm excited about it, so there it is. I'll see y'all later. Hi do.